Tell us your take on what's going on here and what the future of clean energy is in America.
Well, I think there's a realization as the Recovery Act ends that America is going to be at a crossroads. Many countries around the world are recognizing that we have to transition to clean energy. They're making the reasonable bet that in the long term the price of oil is going to go up. And so you need to have an efficient economy that uses energy as wisely and as efficiently as possible, that you're going to have to develop clean energy sources to mitigate climate change.
Right.
So given those things, what do you do? China has made a move and made commitments. Europe is making commitments. They said this is inevitable. So how do we position ourselves to be in the best economic position to develop those technologies that the world will need in the future?
So, Secretary Chu, how do we do that?
Well, I think it's we go to our strength. What's our strength? We have the greatest research, development, innovation machine in the world, but it has to be given direction.
Yeah.
And that direction says we will have policies that will encourage the investments in clean energy. A clean energy portfolio, like many states now, the majority of states have these, but we need a federal standard that says at a certain level we need a certain fraction to come from renewable energy. Later we need a higher fraction.
Right.
As you create this market, investors know that they can sell these products. The investment houses know that they can lend to these businesses, and you're developing a whole market.
Right.
This is something that we learned. We were the first to develop wind turbines and the first of the oil shocks in California.
Right.
But after the price of oil went down, everybody forgot that. In Europe, Denmark and Germany in particular said, no, we're going to take a long view. This is not going to go away. We're going to develop wind turbine technology. And they continued over the next 10 years to encourage investments. And they became the dominant force.
Yeah.
Okay.
18% of electricity in Denmark. Germany's 1,000. They've got 10. They're generating 10 gigawatts of solar power.
Ireland now is 20% wind. They think you can go 40% wind with very little, and it's an island. It's not connected to another grid. They've got a small tie, and at 20% wind, they say very little impact on the cost of fossil fuel generation. It automatically toggles back and forth. They can go to 40% wind.
Right.
Denmark is going to go higher. These are things that are happening around the world. We can do this in the United States, but we also can develop the new technologies so that our products are the ones that will dominate the market. Otherwise, we can just sit back and say, well, this might not happen.
Yeah.
Maybe this climate stuff is not right. Maybe the price of oil will go down. These are not bets. This is bets based on wishful thinking, and you don't plan a country's future based on wishful thinking. You plan a country's future based on what likely will happen.
Well, and policies that would do that. In 1934-35, Franklin Roosevelt passed the Buy American Act that required any government agency to first source from American manufacturers. Rather infamously or famously, one of America's largest solar manufacturers in Massachusetts that had gotten $70 million in tax breaks to site their, just closed down and moved to China.
Right.
Do you see as any possible part of President Obama's job program or anything else something that would provide incentives or reverse some of the incentives to go overseas because, I mean, we invented the transistor and we don't make the, why should solar power be any different? I mean,
we invented the silicon photocell. We invented the transistor, the integrated circuit. We were the major developers of the computer, the internet, and so on it goes. A lot of the biotechnology, the pharmaceuticals, those was developed in the United States. That is our strength. But there has been in the past, among some circles, that said, well, we don't really need manufacturing jobs.
Right.
And besides, we can't compete. Well, I beg to differ. Let me look at, if you consider what is happening in Germany, and look at their labor market, the cost of labor is very high. Okay. They're doing a swimming business exporting high-tech technology. They sell these technologies all over the world, and their exports of high technology hardware have been increasing. They have not been decreasing.
Right.
We have what Germany has. We can do this.
Right.
Their labor costs are no higher than ours. In these technologies, a lot of this is automated. I go to China and I look at what's in their photovoltaic factories.
Sure.
These are highly automated factories. Labor is an incidental cost.
Right.
They buy their silicon from the United States. When I ask why, they said, we can't compete with that raw material energy is so cheap in the United States, so we just buy silicon from the United States. They ship it to China. They add the technological stuff, the added value, the technology, and then countries like Germany, the United States, or Spain say, well, we want you to assemble them here. No problem. We'll assemble the modules in the United States or in Germany.
Right.
Okay, what is wrong with this? It's not what the American people are being told.
Right.
If we can't compete, and the high technology, non-labor intensive stuff, then we have a problem in the United States. But we can compete.
We have not had, since Jimmy Carter's presidency, since Ronald Reagan came into office, we haven't had a national energy policy. And to the best of my knowledge, we haven't had a national manufacturing policy. Are you suggesting we should do something like one or both of those?
I think so. I think I hear some people say that it's all right, we don't need manufacturing jobs, we can transition to a service economy, we can transition like financial services.
Right.
I think this is not good thinking.
Yeah.
First, manufacturing, not all jobs are created equal. Manufacturing jobs create supply chain jobs. Guess what? They also create the service jobs.
Right.
And so there's highly leveraged. And it also means there's a diversity of jobs in the United States. Not everybody can or will want to work at a bank.
Sure.
All right. Not everybody can or needs to be a lawyer.
Right.
And so manufacturing has been a key part of the United States for
absolutely with you, sir.
Most of our history, and it should be a key part, just as it is going to be a key part of Germany's history.
Keep up the great work in the cabinet and informing the American people. It's an honor to meet you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It's the Thom Hartmann Program, broadcasting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, at the National Clean Energy Summit 4.0. We'll be back.